I'm Kelly from AMS, and I'm here with Samia from BASSBOSS. Samia, can you walk me through what we've got going on over here?
Absolutely. Welcome in. So we have a really compact SV9, so 9-inch driver, 1200 watt. It's a full range box that's super portable, but it gives you the power of something much larger. Think of like a 12-inch two-way type main, except in a more compact package. When you pair it with the sub, you unlock additional SPL when you roll off the low frequency with its onboard DSP. So this is fully processed, ready for plug and play performance, and it's just really simple for the end user and even the power user. There's some great onboard features. We also have a super powerful but super compact and portable 15-inch subwoofer. 2500 watts is the amplifier that you'll see across all of our single driver subwoofers, so that allows the performance. Most subs on the market you'll experience typically do well between 60 and 80 hertz. This will give you -3 full volume, full linear output all the way down to about 40 hertz before it starts to roll off. And as we go up in the model line, they go even deeper. Moving on, this is the Diamond. It's a 12-inch coaxial, which I love in many multi-roll sort of formats. I can use these in installations and move around the room and put them in strategic locations. I could use them as fills as well. But as a DJ speaker, they're great paired with a subwoofer. The output with this is enormous. So you can actually support a number of subwoofers, low frequency elements with just one of these. So the ratio could be easily 1 top to 3 subwoofers.
Wow.
Yeah. Great scalability, great functionality, and multiple rolls. And speaking of coaxial 12s with multiple rolls, like to introduce the CCM. So this is designed traditionally as your floor wedge in terms of format and positioning. So you can have seated performer, standing performer, on a tabletop, in a studio. You could do front fill, rear fill, side fill, flown applications. There are 12 flyware points. Additionally, you do have a pull cup, so you can do wall mount or pole mount.
Nice.
True multi-roll. So that gives you the flexibility to use it as a main speaker or also use it in all those formats that I talked about. 1200 watts will be the wattage that you'll see across these 3 models, the SV9, the Diamond, and the CCM. Below it, we have 2 of our 18-inch subwoofers. Our SSP 118, it's really a live sound, touring, production grade box. So it'll give you the punch and the impact.
Mm-hmm.
The DJ18 will have a little deeper tonality. So they're very similar ultimately in performance. It kind of what suits your flavor and your needs. So we have that covered for both type of users. But generally for the workhorse of touring, I gravitate towards the SSP series, and we have a few different subwoofers in that model. A single 18, a double 15, and a double 18. In the DJ series, it has more of a mirror image to the BB15. And the BB15 is our single 15-inch subwoofer. And that subwoofer is something that's ultra portable, but punches well above its weight class. So think, a box in the 18-inch size group, it will outperform. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, a tremendous, value point and position for that product. As we step through the line, we have a 12-inch with a compression driver. This gives you 120 degrees of horizontal dispersion, 20 degrees of vertical. So you're putting the energy really in the room where you want it. And if you place it a little above head height, you'll get that coverage from front to back of the audience and really wide coverage. So if you have folks that are on the far left or the far right or up close to the performers, you'll actually hear the mids and the highs. You don't lose those like you would with a traditional pattern box. It's over 3000 watts. So that gives you the headroom and the capability. When you play it standalone, it will emulate the experience you have with the subwoofer. So if you have events and venues where subwoofers is just not going to happen, this allows you to still bring the party and the experience, the physicality, and it's a lot of fun. When you do pair it with any of the subwoofers in the lineup, the beauty is you have tons of scalability and headroom. So this box can also keep up with a number of low frequency elements. So it's about being able to grow what you do in terms of events and what your business is doing. So one of my true favorite boxes to give you that flexibility. Below it is a single 21, the VS21. Hits hard, goes super deep. It's a hybrid in terms of its design, kind of like a horn coupled with the direct radiators. There's properties of both. So you still get the linearity, you get the output, but technically there are not any long throw subwoofers, but the performance is of that nature. It has a bit more cardioid effect, so it moves that pattern out into the room. It's very arrayable, so when you put it in different combinations, it couples really well with each other. We like to mix and match subs across the lineup. They're all phase and time aligned. So if you line them up on the same frontal plane, you can actually not have to go ahead and work on phase and work on time alignment. You just plug and play and let's go.
That's major.
Yeah. And again, all of these have onboard processing and DSP with presets, meaning that you can go right in to your event, pick your frequency roll-offs, how you're matching your subs to your top, and you don't need to process it. Just plug it in, pick your desired presets, and fire them up.
Super cool.
Yeah. Another box that lends itself for production, installation, touring, it's a double 21 called the Makara. 5,000 watts in this unit, and it's a monster. It goes super, super deep. It's like our, infamous Kraken, but very smooth, super deep. You still get the impact and the hit. This is probably one of my favorite subwoofers if size is not a factor when I go out to do production. And then speaking of production, it's a double 12 with a compression. So more traditional coverage pattern, lots of output in this. It makes a lot of SPL super easily. And again, workhorse of the production world, great for all types of genres. So that's really the key with this line is it's not aimed at a particular genre or type of performance. When you hear these, the fidelity rings true. So even if you were doing some support of acoustic music, it actually sounds amazing. So from the hardest of rock to the deepest of EDM, studio to stadium, this stuff rocks.
Awesome. Awesome. Should we continue on this way?
Yeah, let's take a walk down.
Alrighty.
So one of the most popular subwoofers in the lineup, the ZV28. Double driver, double 18, 5,000 watts. And we call this the subwoofer that makes chocolate pudding. So you have a rich, warm, creamy, deep, low frequency output. And as you couple them, your impact will also increase. But generally what I'll do is I'll even have fun with this. You think, okay, well, what is this for? Is it just dubstep? No. If I was mixing a country show, I'd actually deploy a pile of these things and then throw something else in our lineup like a double 15 or a VS21, because again, they're phase and time aligned.
Very adaptable.
Yeah. And so, for example, a pair of these typically -3 down to about 22 hertz approximately in a coupled pair.
Awesome. So let's get a little more technical with it. What do users see on the back end?
Oh, absolutely. So all of these input plates will look very familiar across the entire lineup. You won't see any changes. So we have a power in IP65 True 1 with a loop out. So you can chain to another box, provide power to it without having to send multiple power cables to the wall. Additionally, we'll have a standard XLR in with a loop out. And that loop out does not add any processing to the chain. So it doesn't matter where you send that next XLR cable. It's not shaded in any way. We also have dual link LAN connectors. So essentially there's a built-in switch here. You can come in with a LAN cable or Ethercon. It'll take both. And then you can loop out to the next box. So you can cascade from box to box. That's going to allow you to interface with control base. Control base gives you basically a look at the telemetry of the unit. You can look at gains, look at signal coming in. You can adjust the gains. You can also remotely change the preset, which on a bigger show is super valuable.
Yeah.
I want to do that from front of house. I don't want to go to stage and make changes, especially during a live set.
Right.
So having that remote convenience to change those DSP settings right from the box or right from a front of house position is extraordinarily valuable. Additionally, users will be able to update their firmware and their DSP settings. There are launches from the manufacturer of these updates to optimize performance so that they have, again, a product that doesn't age. It actually continues to serve their needs and perform even better. So again, very standard look at that platform. You'll also have indicator lights. So we'll have what mode is our DSP in right now. And there's a touch button. So if you do need to just leave the computer at home, no problem. Hit the button. It'll cycle through your presets.
Cool.
And in most cases, you won't have any audio dropout. So if you're in the middle of a set and you want to change a preset, you can hit the button and the audience will not know other than a sound difference. You won't have that dropout. And then there are status lights here. So LAN connected, for example, signal coming in. So really cool, simple user platform, but powerful. That's the thing. It's like you get that scale and you get that professional grade, tour grade feature set.
Thank you so much, Samia, for walking me through. Head on over to AmericanMusical.com and make sure to check out all the awesome products from BASSBOSS and give our team a call if you have any further questions.